Greetings YouTube and welcome to another video that helps to update the community on what exactly is the 5-star featured Arena Infinite Streak and how do you not only achieve it but most importantly keep it going, because as we've seen every update, and maybe the new update with the September monthly will change the numbers even further. But basically, it really is my belief that the infinite streak is not actually something Kabam even intended for. It's an algorithm in their mathematical brain of the computers that crunches prestige on prestige teams and determines champions, and if the prestige dips below the algorithm, they'll send a death match, and as long as you're above that threshold, you should be okay. I also want to say that when I talk in general about matches, I'm talking about fighting against champions that are similar in PI. For example, if you throw out a team that's, let's just say these three, Magic and Ghost Rider and say Star-Lord, well, they're each above 8,000 prestige, but you might be fighting against champs that are of 10,000 prestige. And even though you're thinking to yourself, well, that's not fair, it's three 8,000s versus three 10,000s, it should still be easily winnable if you have the skill set to basically win the fight. But there's a huge difference between fighting a arena match between three champs that have 2,000 PI above you and 10,000 PI above you. And when we see those death matches, we're talking about teams that got, I don't know, rank 125 5 stars that are 2,900 rating going up against 14,000 565 voids. So that's what you want to literally avoid. And so today, in order to clear up some confusion, in the perfect world, I will talk about what works for me. Obviously, a lot of people watching this don't have as big of a roster as I have. I am up to 384 heroes and a base rating of over 820,000. But at the same time, this is something I've used when I had a base rating of like 400,000. And so I hope that through this video, you can get a better idea of what you need to do. So the first 10 fights we're going to talk about are all centered on 4 stars. So I'm going to throw this graphic on screen now. You can see that fights 1 through 10, to get to a win streak of 10, I should say. So technically it's fights 1 through 9 until you have a win streak of 10, but are with rank 3 4 stars. Those should give you the best chance to save hopefully your best 4 stars and 5 stars and even 6 stars and still not lose the infinite streak. So I'm going to scroll down and we are going to talk about some of the people that I use. By the way, I would use in fights 1 through 5 the worst champions that you have, because those are going to be the easiest fights, and so you want to save the ones that you're most confident that when you fight champions that have 1 or 2,000 player index above you, that you're still going to win the fight. So I'll throw people like, oh, I don't know, Iron Fist and Vulture, certainly Sentry, and even Falcon and Nightcrawler. I'll throw those out in fights 1 through 5, and then I'll save a lot of my best rank 3 champions from round 6 through 10. So we're talking about people like Dormammu and Luke Cage, Symbiote Spider-Man, MODOK, Drax. 2 of my favorite. Before I transition to rounds 11 through 15 in a second, I want to say that my closing trio for both synergy and just in general efficiency is Magic, Star-Lord, and Drax. Now, especially for Magic and Star-Lord, if I didn't have those as rank 4 or 5 stars, I probably wouldn't just have them at rank 3 4 stars. But the beauty of this is that I get to have them in the lower rating and use them to get to those fights 11 through 15 and save my best champions. Now, I'm going to throw on screen the second graphic where we're going to talk about fights 11 through 15. And this is really a combination of your best 5 stars and 4 stars. And if you have them 6 stars, I do want to say I am in the central time zone, and so the game goes live with the new Arena Day on Mondays and Thursdays at noon my time, and I usually teach at 12:30, so if I have the opportunity, and of course I don't always have the opportunity, to play the game, I want to make sure that the timers for the 6 stars, so I don't have to use refreshes, go as fast as possible, and yet I still get the maximum 3 times multiplier. So what I'll do is I'll get to a win streak of 5, And then on my 6th round, I'll use my 3 6-star champs. And there we go. And then that way, since I'm playing with them at like 12:10 p.m., they'll be refreshed if my alliance helps me out at like, I don't know, 11:50 p.m. And that gives me a chance to refresh them before I go to bed. And that's a lot of time and effort to spend in the arena. I probably sound like an addict, and to be honest, I kind of am. But this is the best way I know to farm units and battle chips and ISO, and gold, of course. So there you go. Okay, so in rounds 11 through 15, you are going to want to use your best champions. So I have collected a combination of my 4 best 5-star teams from Blade and Ghost Rider synergy, and I'll usually throw in like a Gwenpool or an X-23, and then I'll use Hyperion and Iceman, who also have a synergy. I'll probably throw in Star-Lord. Then I'll use Magic and Dr. Voodoo and Gwenpool. And then I really have loved this new synergy team that I just got recently with the Gwenpool at the movies Crystal, and that's Void, Iron Man, Infinity War, who even unawakened is still so much fun to play as an attacker. I just love playing with this champion. I know a lot of people are saying he's strictly defense, but I've hopefully proven that at least with his special one. In any arena fight, like this is the beauty of bringing in Iron Man Infinity War, is that because you can spam his unblockable special one, and no one but Korg is immune to shock, you can just keep that power control going, which is so clutch because in so many of these 5-star featured matches from match 11 to 15, you're going to be fighting against awakened 6-stars who have an insane amount of attack, and if you push them to their special 3, and I don't know about you, but what I hate about fights 11 through 15, and those of you who've grinded the arena know, it's like a lot of those champions are on all or nothing nodes, and you can't bait their special 1 or special 2 no matter how hard you try until you're backed up against a corner, and then you'll just have to take your chance and either kill them or have them use their special 3. That is so annoying. It's like Kabam programmed them to have an all or nothing node to just push them to their special 3. So Iron Man Infinity War prevents that, and then my third champion on that list is, of course, Killmonger, who even unawakened is still truly so much fun to play with. And then I will finish off the last round, kind of like with my closer with Star-Lord and Magic and Drax. I'll use my original Holy Triumvirate of my 4-star team of Ghost Rider, Blade, and still, sadly, the best Stark Spidey I have, since, of course, I don't have a 5-star, all on a synergy team. And then once I get to rounds 16 through 20, this is safe to use a combination of the remaining, and I've got quite a few of them, thank God, rank 5, 4 stars, rank 4, 4 stars, any 5-star that's 4,000 player index and above until I get to round 20. And then round 20 is really where the importance of this video comes in, because I've had to tweak this almost every month since as rosters improve and prestige increases, the algorithm changes. It used to be safe as long as you maxed out your 5-star. You didn't have to take them to rank 2, right? If you maxed out your 5-star to rank 25 of rank 1 or level 25 of rank 1, you were safe, but not any longer. So this is my strategy, and so far it has worked perfectly. I do want to say on the onset, I do not trust any 4-star team, even as rank 3, that's below 3,500 PI, and even then, I don't like to throw anyone below 4,000. So what I'll do, because I've got about, I don't know, 15 5-stars that are below 3,500, and you see these are my terrible ones, right? Once you get to Howard the Duck and Red Hulk and Old Man Logan and Hulkbuster, all these champs are just inviting the algorithm to produce a death match if you use teams of these players. So even if you're using like Storm and Luke Cage and Venompool, who all have technically PIs above 3,000, I've still triggered a deathmatch. So what I will do, and like I said, this has never failed me, and this is kind of the main purpose of this video, is I'll take 2 champs, like say one of my favorite teams to take is my worst player index champion of Black Panther OG, and then I'll take the other Black Panther, right? I'll take Black Panther Civil War, and I will pair them with a rank 4 4-star, and in this case, because of a synergy that I have really taken to heart, I will pair them with a rank 4 over 4,000, which is very safe, 4-star guillotine. And that will prevent the algorithm from triggering an infinite streak. So I use 5-star teams, and I also have gotten into a habit. If you want to clear some of your worst 5-stars in the arena, what I would recommend is taking 2 of your, once you get past fight round 20, like say I'm taking Dormammu and Rhino here, who are both at rank 2 for 5-stars, I'll pair them with one of my worst 5-stars. I'll throw in like the underwhelming champion known as Groot. And so that way, when I get to the very bottom of my 5-stars and I'm doing an all 5-star arena push, a lot of these lower champions have already been used, and I don't have to worry about triggering that infinite death match. But when in doubt, if you have champs that are hovering around 3,000, use 2 out of 3 of them, and then throw a 4,000 rated 4-star with them. If you have to go rank 5, go rank 5. But as long as you keep that up, you should be good. And you can see this is my exact strategy. And right now, as I'm recording this video, I have done very well in the first day and a half or so of the current Korg Arena. And as a 5-star, I'm up to almost 8 million points, and I'm at a win streak of 126 doing this exact strategy that I'm recording now. So I realize this was kind of a wordy message, but I hope the full screens that I've put together have given you a better chance to kind of write down and take some notes, so that if you want to achieve the best streak in the best arena, you have the tools needed. I am always trying to help out YouTube as much as possible, especially for you people who really want to grind like me in the arena, and especially for the free-to-play players as well. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that this helped. Make sure to save this video and refer to it if you aren't going for the 5-star featured arena right away, because hopefully someday your roster will be expanded enough to take advantage of what this infinite streak is all about. Until then, thanks for watching, YouTube.